Now that we've got OBS installed on our local machine, we're going to start to configure it for streaming to our RTMP server. Now, I might sound a little bit different in this video. That's because I usually use OBS to record videos that you've been watching inside this course, but I figured that trying to configure OBS at the same time I'm recording video would have some really nasty consequences. So for this video only, I'm using a different video recorder just so I can show you what to do inside of OBS. Okay, so inside of here, the first thing we're going to do is create a scene down here on the bottom left. You'll notice that I already have two scenes. That's because, as I've said, I use OBS quite a bit. So I'm going to click the little plus right here, and then I'll be prompted to enter the name of a scene. So I'm going to give this a name like streaming scene. A scene is essentially a set of configuration to specify some source of video for your stream and some source of audio as well. So when I have multiple scenes right here, I can essentially specify between them different sources of video, different sources of quality, and different sources of audio as well. Once I select that new streaming scene, I'm then going to enter in some number of sources. So a source is a source of audio or a source of video. I'm going to click on the little plus right there and then select Display Capture. And then I'll select OK. And then I'll get a little window right here appear. It's essentially asking me to select which display I want to use. Now you're only going to see that display option with a drop-down if you have more than one monitor. So if you select a different monitor or if you want to stream from a different monitor, you'll just select that other one. You'll also see crop on here. We'll leave crop as none for right now. Okay, then I'll click on OK, and we'll see something like this appear. Now, right away, if you look at this video carefully, or this preview panel up here, you'll see that there's kind of this red border over here on the right-hand side. So this red border is essentially the extent of what is trying to be recorded on your screen. You'll see that presently I have my video kind of cut off on the right-hand side. So in order to fix that, I can just click and drag that like so. And now I've got the whole picture in view. Now you may or may not have to do that depending on your screen resolution setting. Okay, so that's going to take care of the video. So now the next thing I will do is add in an audio source. So I'm going to click on the little plus down there as well and click on Audio Input Capture. I'll create a new capture, and then I'll be prompted to select a device right here. So you're going to want to select whatever microphone you have attached to your computer. In my case, I've got my microphone that is built into my machine, and I've also got the external mic that I usually use. So I'll just use that one right here. And I'll click on OK. And that's pretty much it for the sources setup. If you want to test this out really quickly, you should be able to click on Start Recording over here, and maybe just talk and scream a little bit, whatever you want to do, and then click on Stop Recording. That's going to create a video file on your local machine. To figure out where that file was created, you can click on Settings, and then go to Output right here. Then on Output, you probably see Simple by default, and you'll notice on here the recording section, and it has a recording path. So that is the directory where your video file was just recorded to. So you can click on Browse right there. Oh, no, we don't want to browse. Sorry, that's to select the file. You can open up that folder manually, and you should see that video file appear. Like here's the one I just created right there. So you can open up that file and just listen to it and make sure that everything is working appropriately. Remember, if you don't have any audio or video show up, I would encourage you to do a little bit of research on your own because, again, I can't say it enough, not really going to help you if you're having trouble with the OBS setup because that's just not the point of this course. The reason I'm making a big deal about that is that sometimes getting OBS set up is a real pain in the rear, and I just don't want you to get hung up on this OBS stuff because it's just not relevant for what we're doing. Okay, so now that we've got OBS set up with a scene, we're going to take a pause right here, and then we'll come back to the next section and start setting up our client-side app to receive video streamed from OBS. One quick thing I want to mention here, we haven't actually set up OBS to stream video to our RTMP server just yet. We're going to work on our React application just a little bit, and then come back to OBS and fix that stuff up. Okay, so quick pause, and I'll see you in